Alright, I have a Dewalt 12-inch compound saw. Part number is a DW705 Type 3. The handle is cracked, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this black handle so I can transfer it over to the new one. This is a T25 screwdriver. Will take care of removing these screws. I've already loosened them up, so I'm just going to take them out. And then we're going to remove our handle. And so we're going to lay him off to the side. As you can see, I've got one piece that's broken here. This one here is also broken, so I'm going to take those two pieces and I'm going to set them off to the side. Now I have 8 screws. One is here, 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 here. This is going to be a T20. So I'm going to be removing those screws. And once I get all these screws removed, I'll catch you in the next shot. Now that the 8 screws have been removed, now I'm going to remove the top handle assembly, just lifting straight up. Now once I remove the top handle cover, I noticed that we had a little wiring diagram located inside. Now one of the things we want to do is we want to take special care and notice the routing of these wires or how they're located in here. You can see there's little pegs inside in the bottom handle here where the wires are depressed in certain areas. So we want to make sure that we see how that is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these here 2 T15 screws that's holding this here little bracket for the line cord. Now once I get these 2 screws out, I'll catch you in the next shot. Alright, the 2 screws are out for the strap. Notice that the strap is somewhat curved, so we make sure that we put it down in the correct orientation and not upside down. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to take this here wire nut off of the neutral wire that's going to the line cord. Notice that we have the red and the black wire running around here to the switch, and we also have a yellow and a black wire running around here to the other side of the switch. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to lift these here wires out of their little grommets in this here lower handle. And I'm going to do the same thing for over here. Now we need to remove this here switch assembly. Looks like we have 1 screw right here. That's a T15. And right over in here, it looks like we have a spring clip. So I'm going to start over here with this T15 screw, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take him out. Now the switch assembly itself right here should be able to just lift up out of there. So I'm just going to turn it a little bit to the side and set them over here to the side. Spread the wires a little bit. In fact, let me just throw it right back over there. Okay, now we see we have this here spring clip that's holding the handle for the switch. So I'm going to take and remove that next. So I'm just going to take a small screwdriver, see if I can just get up underneath, kind of wedge it up a little bit around the sides. And there he goes. So we've removed him. This handle should just lift right straight out of there. We have the red wire going to the switch. We also have this here black wire. We got the black wire here. We've got a yellow wire. Well, these wires right here, these 3 are going down through to the motor, which is also passing through this here lower handle assembly. So we have to remove, we're going to have to move 3 of these wires. Now what I've done is I just marked the color of the wire on the side. You can see I got R for red, Y for yellow, and then I got B for black. And I also put a B for black for the line, but also you can see that that's going to the out here to the line cord. So it looks like we really don't have to remove that. Just these 3 wires here that's going straight through the handle assembly. So I'm going to be taking and loosen up these screws, taking these out and just removing these 3 wires. This red wire, this yellow wire, and this black wire again, which is these 3 wires going through this here lower switch, lower handle assembly. Now these screws, they look like they're T20s, and it looks like you have to take the screws completely out, because the terminals on there are, as you can see right here, it is closed loop. So I'm going to remove the other 2 wires and I'll catch you in the next shot. Alright, now that I've got those 3 wires removed, I'm going to come back here to this here line cord, and I'm just going to lift it straight up, and I'm going to take the switch and just swing it right out of the way. Now there's only one screw that's holding this here lower handle assembly, and it's located right in here. This one right here is a T20. So let's go ahead, we'll get him out. That's what he looks like. Actually, he's a pretty short screw. Now we can just go ahead and lift our handle straight up. And then remove our wires through this opening here. Now I have the new lower handle assembly, so now we're just going to pass our wires right back through this here opening. Okay, and now I'm going to take that screw and I'm going to put it in right here. I'm going to start laying these here wires back into these little grommets of this here lower handle. Now of course you cannot possibly remember, but if you don't get in the right one, it's not that big a deal. But now what I did is I went ahead and I took a snapshot, you know, different segments of the video, so I could see exactly how this thing was laid out. So this is one of them. This is another one where I took the wire nut off of the neutral wire. And also this is a switch layout, so I can see that the terminals are actually, you know, pointing back toward us. So I'm going to get all this laid in, and when I get that done, then I'll catch you in the next shot. Okay, all the wires have been routed. The wire nut is on. I have the line cord in place with this strap. Now the only thing left is I need to put the wires here on the switch. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the handle in first, and then we'll come back with the switch. So here's our handle, there's our slot, here's our post. Going to put it on there. We have our little clip. See if I can push it down on there. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, so I have the 3 wires on the switch, and now I'm just going to take and tighten this here screw to secure the switch. And that looks like that works pretty good. Okay, get my wires kind of tuckered back down in there. That looks good, that looks good. Now we're going to be putting the top handle assembly on now. Okay, now let's put the top handle assembly on. And now we're going to be putting those 8 bolts back in here. Now after we got the 8 bolts here secured for the top handle assembly, by the way those were T15, and we're going to put our handle on. That's going to be 2 screws, and that's going to be T25. Once I get these secured, I'll catch you in the next shot. Okay, it's plugged in. Let's see if this thing will work. Alright, looks good. Alright, thanks to everyone for watching. You guys take care. Have a good one.